And we are. Oh, the chair's not working. Hi guys, welcome to Divine and Conquer Sacred World. We will not have a Dickie tonight. He is out slaying some orcs as
some big dragons.
Some big dragons, as dwarves tend to do. Right. Ronny's going to be piloting his character, and over here in the Aether, we have Coleton for as long as we can have our Angel Boy, and then we're going. Vic and Tabby are in the Aether as per usual. We have. Oh my God! We raised $570 something for Extra Life.
79.
Wow. 79, yeah. So we met our goal. It was awesome. So happy. 27 hours.
27.
I think like
38 minutes, 45
38
seconds.
minutes and 55 seconds of.
I remember it because
of playing. And by the way, that's 27 hours on top of waking up at 8 in the morning.
Yes,
and Jeremiah doing hard labor that morning as well.
Mine was I was up. I was at
4 in the morning
5.
for
I was
Vic.
up at 5. Vic was up at 4.
She got
Dude,
it.
I had a baking midterm that day. That was.
Oh yeah, you came from a midterm.
Oh God.
So
I literally woke up at 4 a.m. I did a midterm, and then I drove back, and then I packed, and then I drove 3 hours. So that was fun.
it was a thing, and it was amazing, and we'll
But it was
100%
all for
do
the
it
kids,
again.
and it was fun. And I will,
Wait,
yeah,
for sure.
I will do it again. Actually,
Yeah.
Y'all already got a sequel planned for
Yeah, I know.
just not right now, but I'll do it again.
And second announcement, all of next week, so Sunday through Sunday, we will not have any streams or any games because this boy is going to Disney. We can't stream if the house is locked.
It's our vacation.
Yeah, and everyone, congrats, you should deserve it. You get a VKK. Because
Finally,
we've almost done a full year. Sacred World, December 21st, that Friday will equal 1 full year of the campaign with the current new team. Y'all are new, but you guys get to celebrate it anyway.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, because it's fun.
Yeah.
I witnessed plenty of
Well,
wars.
it's like the
so-
one-
I've been here for the wars.
like the one. I guess the one
died.
year for me, Vic, and Tabatha, and
I died.
Hello for the Angel Boy.
Yeah. Well, for Angel Boy was May. In May, Coleton, we've been doing this for over a year, dude. I mean,
It does not feel like it's been a year.
it really does
No,
not.
it doesn't. It feels like longer because
I
a lot of
was-
shit
Similar
happened.
times were,
Yeah.
Like a lot of shit
It
happened.
was a lot simpler back in those days.
Level
Yeah.
one.
But back at level
Seriously,
3,
with the water
we were
elemental, you guys remember?
we were level
Oh,
4 or something like that. Level 5.
Yeah,
there was a
water
water
elemental was
elemental.
Yeah.
Defending like gods. Oh, fuck.
Yeah. Now you're hitting up the big boys and big goyles. People are noticing y'all. But let's thank our friends. Let's thank Lynn, who does amazing artwork.
Announcement for Lynn!
Yeah, you have an announcement for Lynn?
We do! We have a really great announcement!
What is it? Because that's new to me.
So, Alistair's been getting a little bit of a rework, so
Yeah,
he's
yeah.
getting a reboot comic,
Yeah.
and I have jumped on as a writer for it. So I'm going to help write Alistair, and essentially it is, Alistair is going to be getting a new partner in crime.
Oh,
That you may recognize.
I wonder who.
Excuse me, partners in crime. That's
Oh.
all I will say.
I am excited. I talked to Lynn a little bit, and I'm very happy that her mindset over one of the persons, let's say a co-pilot, is dead on, and what spoilers? Who's spoiling?
Spoilers.
I'm very happy.
Spoiler alert.
I'm very happy to see how this turns out. I'm legitimately excited for
We're
this
so
project.
excited. We just began writing down the beginning part, and it's going to be wild.
Oh, yeah.
Lovely.
I'll
Yes.
tell you on the end of the stream. It's not really important.
Okay. Well then,
It's just I'm gonna have a little project, so I might be asking you questions. I might be asking some Vic some questions just for the current campaign.
Thank you.
There's
That
a
was
thing that I
amazing
need to write.
You're the
Okay.
one-
Jeremiah has a
Yeah.
project.
Yes.
I'm intrigued.
Vic, I have a thing. Did you stop taking projects and finish the 7 that you haven't finished yet?
What?
The
Okay,
7?
I
What
was
are you
just
talking
outing
about?
you on stream. It's all.
7? There's like 50 of them. What are you talking
Yeah,
about?
it's like 50 projects
My
that.
500 projects?
Yeah, you're 500 projects.
We're good.
Mm-hmm.
No, it's good. I understand the feels. And then Lynn's Patreon is down below. Please go down there, support her. You saw some of her amazing artwork.
Check it out.
At the pre-show.
Yes. Yeah, there's some art of the pre-show.
Yeah,
She
it's
did.
amazing.
She did that Lord of the Rings.
She did the Lord of the Rings art for our 24-hour stream as well. It was
Thank you
fucking
so much
amazing.
again, Lynn, for the art.
Thank you, Lynn.
Sucko.
And I kind of want to see the Cheech and Chong dwarves now.
Cheech on Dwarf.
Yeah, man.
I think it's a stoner shirt. Then also thank our friends at Talon and Claw, who make these amazing dual hits dice rolls. And look at this, look at this. Oh, but there, look at that.
Yeah, look at that dice roll. And he has a little design on it.
Oh, what is that design? Look at that design.
Oh.
And then these amazing game screens. They also do
I mean, does it
single
work?
dice bolts as well if you just want to take care of one, and then do dice trays, which hopefully
the
the
DM
dice tray
stream
that
doesn't work.
has been sent will be getting soonish. So I can shut up. And I believe that's it for our announcements. A little bit windy, a little bit longer than usual.
Yeah.
And if that is all, let's roll that
I forgot how
motherfucking intro.
showers
Intro.
work.
Reasons don't
And-
Unmuted.
push
So-
Battle Royale.
To recap what
gotta
happened
watch it.
last time,
That makes
the group entered the Fangwood Forest, essentially taking Oria back to her conclave to reunite with her mother and her daughter, as long as with everyone else from Ravnica, all the Loxodons that came through the portal mysteriously. The forest did not have its usual illusionary borders or traps, which kind of threw everyone, well, especially Oria, off. But it was a kind of okay welcome until you guys discovered that there were some odd creatures, some meat dogs, tried to hunt you down and attack you in the middle of the sleep. A calibered in intelligent attack. You guys prevailed and killed all of them, and noticed that each death did not result in a physical body in the forest, but yet it disappeared. The next morning, a pack of fairies tried to pull one over on everybody, covering some in honey, making others grow limbs, making others see things, making others only talk like chickens. A whole array of pranks from the fairies. As through a odd shadow effect that never physically made contact with you guys, the fairies nonetheless were scared and ran. And one did not make it through the portal. Oria caught it, and through a game of riddles, and you guys winning, the fairy let you know that the Fey Wild is leaking into the forest. Taking you guys to the conclave as well as the second part of the deal. Oria reunited with Yulna and Ronny, her mother and daughter, as well as everyone met Amul, the half-elf leader of the village. Noting that no one has left the village, food hasn't come in or out in a while. It takes several days to leave the forest, and at night the Fey Wild is rampant, and everyone that leaves outside the gates dies, never to be, well, at least they don't come back. They assume death. So, without risking more harm, and with some oddity to Yulna that has not been fully fleshed out yet, but she has mentioned it a little bit to Oria. As night fell, one important thing that Amiel did discover is that he believes that Zendron is the one that's causing all this. A great red worm who has inhabited the forest but remained very quiet for the past couple hundred years. But he believes that the dragon awoke and is causing this. In the middle of the first night that you guys were there, before anyone was really able to rest, you guys heard the dogs howl and bansh out in the woods. The same thing with the roar of a dragon. And with our clever dwarven friends outside, they discovered that there seems to be an odd pattern between these. And at least to Orcdeath, it sounded like they were communicating with each other. So, our friends and compatriots, as I try to not sneakily put down music, what do we want to do?
Whoa, freaky.
It's only called the Fey Wild. Also, they top audio. They're amazing at what they do. So, it is currently nighttime. Everything was inside the Fangwood hold, the confine where the Selesnya Conclave is, and the dozens other elves, half-elves, gnomes, humans, and the few half-orcs that are in here. Inside, nothing is affected by the Fey Wild. But as soon as you step a couple of feet outside of the borders, it is full-on weirdness. As if I remember correctly, Ariell, I think Rognarv was at the gate, but inside.
I was outside. No.
Oh, you were out. So all three dwarves were outside.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. He just came outside.
The Stooges are outside.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Understood.
with my two, nice little, eagles.
Oh yeah, you did have that.
Yeah.
You summoned two eagles.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
correct.
we have
Understood.
that.
I
Okay.
just summoned two eagles.
Okay. Cool.
Giant eagles.
Yes.
Yeah, giant eagles.
I should have got your minis out. I apologize. Because they might be useful a bit. If it comes to it, we'll take the minis out. As our tiefling friend is still playing within the confines of the village and trying to at least keep some sort of calm to everything. With the Fey Wild starting to appear more physically, you see trees, instead of the dark woodish color, starts turning purple, and the roots start turning green. The leaves are bright oranges and blue hues. You start seeing spectral dust throughout the forest. There is an oddity to your shade. It looks like it wants to move a second before you move. The moon is still bright outside. You still hear the dogs yapping out into the forest. It seems spread out and all over the place.
Right.
And every now and then you hear that roar of some sort of beast. So, Stooges, what do?
Orcdeath is drinking.
Orcdeath drinking, that makes sense. Laddie, a fine time to drink, aye.
Probably what he says. I'm gonna do something stupid because this is what I do. I'm going to get my rapier out. I'm gonna point it to the sky and be like, "Hey, dragon! Do you not know who I am? I am Sol, the sun that banishes darkness. For I am Mumrock, the hero of the dwarves. And I will not let you hurt these people."
Okay. Roll me a Constitution to see how wide and how loud this ring.
Not that loud because I'm barely on that. 7, 9.
9. I mean, it's pretty loud, especially for a dwarf. But you hear no movement within the forest.
I told you, Orcdeath. They're scared of us.
You must be scared of us. Mumrock, what do you do?
Oh, Mumrock.
Sorry.
I got some complicated names.
Yeah, sorry for complicated.
Rognarv.
I'm just gonna be.
What his name?
I'm really just gonna be battle ready, because I guess I'm hearing the sounds.
Yeah, you hear the sounds.
So I'll just kind of unsheath my axe.
Okay.
Breathe. My nose is getting stuck.
Oria, Ariell, and Wes. You guys definitely hear Mumrock yelling at a dragon and antagonizing it.
Oh, and
I just throw my head back. I'm like, oh no, let's alert the whole Fey Wild we're here. Yeah, that's a good idea.
Okay, thank you. That is a good idea.
I'd agree. We fight as one and we win.
RP wise, you just see me just spinning my axe. It's spinning more than once because I'm extra.
That's not a cool trick, little brother. Let me try that with my rapier.
You see a little glow because it's. You see a little glow while it's spinning.
Yeah.
Because of reasons.
I drop it.
As you do, and you catch it by not the hilt, but by the blade, and you're like, oh god, and you quickly jump and grab the other end, not doing any damage to you, but you're like, that's a really good trick.
That's a good trick, brother.
It's a really good trick.
I guess with all the weird stuff that's going on,
I'm not rolling that one again.
You got a
Oria's
20
kind of
on
like-
one.
because what, at this time, aside from speaking with her mother, Brahmi was with her too, correct?
Yeah, Brahmi's with you, yes.
Where was Wes currently during this?
I believe Wes was talking to the tiefling.
Yeah, I was talking to T-Lee and basically telling him the entire story of everything that was going on since he left our group. Okay. Everything.
And he was singing a song about it too.
Like
Now, I did do the Sea Devil song. Now, did everybody see the shadow go over?
No.
Just the people outside?
No, they didn't see a shadow. They heard
we
a
did?
roar.
Oh, we did.
Well, hearing Mumrock yelling at whatever, Oria's kind of looking back over to Yolna and telling her, like, just looking down at Brahmi, it's like, you stay here with your grandmother.
You see that there's a little puff of air comes from her trunk, and she kind of just sits down, and and she's fighting to sleep, but she's like, no, I'm bigger, I'm staying awake now.
Sweet girl.
Here's a question. Can Oria see, I guess, Wes or anybody else in the camp?
You can see pretty much everyone. It's very open. Again, the settlement out on top of the camp looks not barren's not the right word, but just again open. There's tables and locations to sit and commune, but every sleeping quarter is underground.
Okay. Well, I'm just saying, if she can see, like, members in her party, and since Brahmi's, like, being difficult and staying awake, it's like, okay, you want to do me, you want to do me a favor? She'll just gesture over to West, Ariell, whoever she can see. Those are my friends and my party. Could you do me a favor and make them something? Like, she'll hold out, like, showing her bracelet. Just to keep, basically to keep her busy and not wanting to try to sneak around. And if there's
Dragon attack.
If there's a threat.
You see that as she kind of looks excited and maybe even a bit eager. He kind of runs over, grabs Tarsus's hand, and they start running over to a location. And she gets little scraps of wood, and they start playing together a little bit. As I believe, is your mother or is Ariell holding?
I think Ariell is in Cordelia.
Yeah, who's holding Cordelia?
Like, if I remember correctly, like
Did
from
we establish who that was? I think
Okay,
I
so
thought it was
Ariell
but I
is
could be
currently
wrong.
holding. Okay.
It was me.
And then
Ariel
our
has a
pseudo
permanent baby
dragon.
harness on his chest.
Yeah, and our pseudo dragon is currently playing with the older kids, and Shelby's currently tucked away in a pocket.
Shelby!
Oh.
That's
So,
how we're gonna defeat the dragon.
What do we do?
Yeah.
The party members inside. What do we do?
Well, Oria's gonna be a little bit concerned, just wanting to go. I guess peeking over, the perimeter, because you said there were guards up on the perimeter, right?
Yes, there's guards on the perimeter.
Okay. I guess going up to the perimeter, I guess to see if there's like a better vantage, but if she's passing anybody, just pretty much mentioning what she's doing.
Okay. You will definitely pass Ariell on the west and last as well.
Okay. Yeah, it's just, I don't know, Mumrock's yelling about something and they're dwarves, when are they not yelling?
Yeah, I agree with that.
I whisper sometimes.
We can't hear them.
Yeah, but my thing is that if they're going to be yelling and being, asinine, they're going to alert everything in this forest, and with everything that's been going on, that's the last thing that we need. I'd say it's less asinine and more boisterous. That's a new word I learned, by the way.
$10 word from West.
Double daily.
Dude, Ariell didn't see anything, right? He's still just chilling.
He's still chilling. You can hear the dogs bantering.
Yeah.
You guys can hear the roar, but from your perspective, it just sounds like cries or sounds like roars and barks. The ones on the outside that were a little bit more focused on it understood that, and at least now the Stooges understand that there is some sort of communication.
I'm not worried. I think Ariell's still going to be holding Cordelia, but he's going to have his, I think I had a lute?
Yeah.
I think?
Yeah.
He's going to have his lute kind of, I don't know, how would I say it? Because he has Cordelia with him. So, he's going to have he's going to be sitting down next to the fire with Cordelia on his lap, and Cordelia is kind of holding on to the lute, but he's like reaching around her playing it.
Okay. All right. That's cute.
And he's just gonna be kind of like eyeing the direction of the guy who's in charge, because he knows whenever he's off shift, we were supposed to have some important conversation of some sort.
Okay. All right.
But he's still trying to play music, kind of keep Cordelia occupied and calm everyone down.
You see that the bard tiefling Teely is going off of your beat and adding on to your music as everyone is keeping a nice calm to the area.
So,
in addition to the people that are out and about, they don't really seem too concerned, to be 100% honest, that everyone was inside can see. And Ariell, you did have a conversation with a mule, as he said that the Fey Wild, or at least he didn't say the Fey Wild specifically, just the creatures, the dogs have never entered, nor have they approached the perimeter.
okay, so we're outside.
Yeah,
For
we're
example,
outside.
this is the camp.
Yeah.
We are right here, right?
Yes,
like
you-
right by the
You
wall.
are literally next to that. As you see
Okay.
Oria starting to approach the bridge above, and she
So,
sees,
okay, so
as
I'm
you
gonna-
guys can see each other.
I'm gonna do something. I've been kind of contemplating if I should. I just rolled the die.
Okay,
The die told me yes, do it.
Yeah, of course. What do you do?
Hopefully this kind of works. I can see 60 feet in here. I'm gonna blink.
Where are we blinking to?
I'm just gonna blink. Whoop, right there. Blink is I go to the ethereal plane.
Yes.
I just
Oh, that's a good question. If you're in the ethereal plane and another plane of existence other than material is in there.
see 60 feet from me. That's all. Like that's how far I can see.
But you can. Okay,
I can see what's on the ethereal plane and the outside world.
Okay, so you're casting Blink, third level transmutation spell. Roll d20 at the end of your turn.
DC of 11. I roll, and then if I pass the DC of 11, I go to the ethereal plane.
Okay.
And then when on my next turn, when it's my turn again, I'll just pop in immediately, like 10 feet away from where I was. Like I can just kind of run, like I can pick like 10 feet around where I blinked out of.
Okay. You can still
Blink
move.
Yeah, I can still move like normal. And then, for example, I'm right here, and then I moved right here, and then when I blink back to the real world, I can like from like 10 feet away from where I blink out of.
All right. We need to look in the Dungeon Master's Guide to see how the planes interact.
Yes. And I'm just kind of seeing, like, I wonder if I can see anything in
See
here.
anything next to you and like a different plane?
Like I can see, if he's within 60 feet from me, I can see him. I can see Orcdeath. I can see the tent, the wall. Whoever is in the ethereal plane too, I can see them.
Oh.
They can see me too.
Oh, well that.
I can't get damaged.
Pretty sure they can see us anyways.
You can't get damage in this plane.
Yeah, I can get damaged. They're all like, yep, I'm going back.
Bye!
Bah.
That's a cool spell though, man.
Just like.
I was like, oh yeah, I need to mark off my spell.
So, as you
Contemplate
wait,
because I don't have a lot.
and all you see is as you see your Dwarven compatriot, Oria, you see this as well, just a thin light appear around him, like on the exact center of his entire body, and like a little diamond appears in front, and it almost looks like he's got suction in. And as soon as the mask gets sucked into that little tiny line, the line also disappears. As almost as there was like a lens flare from all directions.
Oh yeah. I casted the spell. Oria saw it. I don't know if you
Does
saw
Oria
it.
have any idea what it is?
I don't know if you saw it
What he just did?
on what I just did.
You can roll me Arcana,
We did not see.
or
because we
if
can't see
you
Jeremiah.
want,
Oh, you can't see me? Can you
you
face
can
No.
roll a history with advantage.
Hey,
because you are from
can you face
Ravnica.
the camera? It's for
Either
me.
or.
I can roll history with advantage or
Or
If it can see me.
Arcana, your choice.
When I was casting the spell, and then I disappeared. Now put it back to
Slash
Jesus.
for me.
Now put it back to Jesus.
So,
That's a 19
on which
with
one?
Arcana.
Arcana. Okay.
Put that
With
Because I'm
Arcana,
proficient in Arcana.
the only thing that you would know with that, with the 19,
Oh, I'll slap myself.
Oh my god.
would be that you feel that he definitely didn't go
wow.
invisible. He went to a different plane somehow, or he teleported. Or you're not really sure. This is a transmutation spell. I don't believe it's in the Druidic spell book.
No, it's not.
So you have, with the 19 Arcana, he definitely moved either somewhere, but you don't know if it's forever, temporarily, but he teleported.
Like-
as much as we know.
Blink is sorcerer, wizard, artificer. Just
So-
a little FYI.
As you are in there, you see a mixed mash of the trees line. You see the gate. You see Oria moving. You see
I see this loud
all the dwarves looking at you guys. You see Couscous and our still nameless horse just resting there. But you also see
It's horsey.
an infinite number of stars everywhere. You see buildings thousands and thousands of feet. Somehow you can see this is because
Like
of
1,000 feet.
high, yeah.
High,
Which
Buildings?
buildings that are collapsed, floating in the air, and you see arcs of lightning throughout this plane. You don't really here.
I don't really know what it is.
You don't-
too,
it looks-
what that building is.
Yeah, it just
Do I
looks
know
like
what
a
it looks
crumbled
like?
up building. It's a building made out of stone, very stereotypical to like a Buddhist temple.
Yeah, because I was gonna say, because as a dwarf, I can have like a history check on that, and I know it.
The thing is, this
because
isn't
I
in
do
your
need to-
dimension.
Yeah, and it didn't. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
true.
It looks everything here looks very familiar, but at the same time, there's something odd to it. There's at least some alien aspect to it. But you see no living creatures within you, within the astral plane.
Like for as far as I can see, I can't see anything like.
Yep,
the
no
living-
creatures within you in the astral
Okay.
plane. Because if there were, that might be bad.
Yes,
But so you're in the astral plane.
that's really
What
what
do we
I'm gonna do. Is I look around to see, because I'm hearing these voices, I'm hearing these roars, this yipping. I was just kind of wondering if we don't see them, maybe they're in a different plane. That's what was my thinking was. That's why I did this spell.
Sure. Well, they're not in the astral plane for sure.
Then if not, I'm just gonna. I guess they're not here.
Roll me an
Might as well
Arcana as
just
well.
check. Might as well. That is nice. I'm professional. 19 plus 8.
Okay. So that's 27.
Yes.
You know that the astral plane, at least for our purposes and our rules, it's a blanket of space that is like the antimatter to everything that is all plane. It glues every plane of existence within the multiverse that is our specific campaign. So when you're looking at the stars, you're technically looking at the astral plane. Everything that is considered space, but imagine it gluing pocket dimensions within pocket dimensions, the abyss, the 9 levels of hell, Mount Celestia, all demigod planes, all planes of elements, all the fusions of the planes of elements. It has the Fey Wild, it has the Shadowfell, it has all the planes of existence blanketed under one giant infinite bubble.
Because I have a question too. The reason why I asked what the building looked like would I kind of remember what it looks like? Because I kind of want to explain it to somebody.
Sure, it's going. Yeah, you can explain it too.
Because if it's like that, then I'm gonna tell. I see Oria where she is.
Yes,
Right?
you see Oria. Yeah, you see Oria.
Right next to Oria.
And then you guys, Oria, right next to you, you see a slight beam of light, about 4 feet wide. A little diamond appear, and literally the next fraction of a second, you have one of the stooges next to you in a dab format, as is part of the
Do it again?
subatomic component.
I landed. Go.
We all know that the dab is part of the subatomic components to casting a blink spell.
Mm-hmm. There's a reason on that.
Yeah.
If Oria
Do I have to
slaps
use
me,
that when I
I'm
use Dimension Door?
Right?
Yeah.
So I just
Every
tell her,
teleportation spell, you have to use the dab.
Oh, okay.
every time you
So I don't have
disappear, it's the death.
Okay.
Daddy, where did little brother go? Bro?
Oh, I left.
What?
I left my weapons, because of reason, because they're not allowed inside the camp. I put it right next to Brom and then.
Hey,
Okay.
Orcdeath, you want this axe? There's this axe here.
Mine's better.
I know what it is better.
I guess I don't know. I don't know what his axe is. You
I
don't know
mean,
what
his axe looks expensive.
You don't know what.
It has crusts of little gems throughout the axe.
Okay.
It looks expensive
Then,
for sure.
as soon as I teleport to Oria, I don't know what her reaction would be.
Alright, there's a dwarf disappeared. Literally 3 seconds later, there's a dwarf right next to you, maybe a foot away.
She'll jump back a little bit startled, but when she realizes that the dwarf, it's just.
You also hear it as a crossbow being loaded towards you.
Ah, it's just me. Sorry, I don't have my weapons. It's down there.
As a mule, the half elf, they're like, if you guys are gonna do anything, just tell us beforehand. Stop summoning things. Stop teleporting. We don't want to shoot someone that can help us in a situation.
Okay.
Yeah, we do a lot of that.
And then I'm gonna basically what?
No, I'm saying if I could see Rognarv just blip located next to Oria.
We'll say that everyone can see it. You guys definitely see it.
Okay.
Because you're paying attention to what's happening, obviously. You're not in your own little bubble of the world.
Oh yeah, and I
You
would
see
do
the Dabby Dwarf reappear.
and then I will explain Oria what I saw, like the buildings too. Maybe she's familiar with it, with what it looks like.
Because I didn't really full explain it to you, so
Yeah.
let me just explain
Yeah,
it to
that's
you. Everyone does listen. He did see a tall, collapsing building with stairwells looking, going up several thousand feet. It looks like there was some sort of at least foliage around it, some sort of like tree maybe. The stones just looks, as from his description, just sounds like average stonework, but it looks like a part of a building carved out of a mountain, floating by the stars, collapsing and rebuilding itself. Just there.
Like was it floating, like slowly floating?
It was
or-
just kind of in the air. Like there's no ground.
Okay.
It was just there in stars.
Yeah, I'll tell her. I'll tell her that the building and then the art.
Has this been the first time you've gone to the astral plane?
Not really.
If not, then this is not new to you.
Okay.
You've seen many abandoned buildings with your
Okay.
blink.
Then that's what I was saying. It was like maybe she's familiar with architecture. That's why I was explaining it to her because this is her area.
I mean, the only thing that you might... It kind of sounds like...
Because where we're going is her area. So, and then if the half elf hears me, then might as
He's
well.
gonna hear you like, that. I don't know what that means.
Like I don't know if they're familiar with architecture, but I will tell them the most important thing is all that hearing sounds. I don't see anything on the ethereal plane.
From
I don't
Oria,
see
from
anybody.
you, the only thing that might maybe be some sort of like that. He's describing something that the Gruul tribes have as buildings. Something that used to belong to someone else, and then they came in, beat the shit out of everyone, kicked them out, and took their territory.
Okay.
But also, not Ravnica at all.
Oh,
Okay.
Definitely, you guys can at least say that Ravnica is not in the astral plane. It has to be within one pocket that the astral plane blankets over.
then with that, I'm gonna go back to Braum and my weapons, but I will look at the half elf. I'm gonna disappear again, and go back over there.
As he actually says, "Thank you."
And then I will spin down.
Alright, and you appear right on the other side as well.
Hey, what'd you call little
And then I'll grab
brother?
my axe and my. Thank you for not stealing my axe. I love this axe.
We would not steal your axe, maybe a little bit,
if
but...
you're a dwarf, you know you don't steal my axe.
And you know you don't leave your axe.
They're not allowed inside.
Dwarf.
I mean, take them outside. You don't leave your weapon.
I'm gonna just turn to Ariell and Laz after watching the dwarf blink in and then blink out and just point over and be like, should we be concerned at all?
I just look at you blank face. I'm just like, dwarves.
Like the spell will
There you go.
not be active after a minute.
So,
Yeah, there you go. You want some chips?
I'm going to-
Vagabonds.
I'm going
and
to-
our stooges, what do we do?
I'm gonna talk to Ariel real quick.
And they go
We need
inside.
to go back.
Well, no, she's on the
No, it's Oria.
No, not Ariel. Who's on the Ariel? Yeah, I get getting names mixed up. Sorry about that.
So, you want to speak to Oria?
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm just gonna say, hey, Lass, I need to ask you. I need to tell you something real quick.
I thought you were going to say ask you a question.
Lass, I need to
Need
let
to
you know
ask.
something real quick. I got to ask you a quick question.
As he's talking to
Oh,
Oria.
to me, sorry.
Yeah.
No, you're good, you're good.
I got y'all's names right now. Sorry about that.
Yeah.
That's
Ariel
fine.
is that.
I wasn't paying attention. I was in these
Oh yeah,
chips.
that guy Ariel. Yeah, him. I get everyone's name. Lass, how is
He's
it?
asking.
How is it inside? Is it still normal in there?
He's asking if everything's normal inside.
Yes.
Yeah, like are the trees blue and orange?
On
Yeah. that's-
the outside, but not on the
Yeah,
inside.
I'm asking her. How is it? Is it normal inside? Does it feel normal? Like are the trees weird in there, or the sky weird in there?
Not that I know of. Why? Well, I mean, what? By this point, she can look out and see.
You can look at that. There's definitely a very odd and clear division that with inside this village, the barrier and the borders, everything is normal. Outside, a couple of feet, the Fey Wild is rampant and more visible at night than during the day.
Last, after seeing what my little disappearing dwarf friend did, he went to ask you questions about weird stuff. I need to ask you one as well. There was a light deer that went through me. You know anything about it? Because this place has obviously got to be protected.
Oh yeah.
You didn't see that.
I didn't see that because I was still inside, right?
Right.
Yeah, it was just you.
Would Oria have any understanding of that?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, unless you've been to the Fey Wild.
I mean, I've spoken with Faye, but
I said no.
If there's anything that you can come up with for a intelligent roll, I mean, I'm always, if you can manipulate the situation a little bit and say, well, I have done this, will this roll suffice? You can always do that, but at the current moment, I'm running with a blank.
okay. No, because I'm saying with her had been in this spot for months, she would be aware of the Fey Wild.
The thing is, you wouldn't, because the Fey Wild never was part of.
It wasn't this bad.
Yeah, it wasn't here at all.
Oh, okay.
The Fey Wild is
So,
it's like a different like let's say a different dimension is leaking into this forest. There was an illusions. There was a lot of barriers and magical non-harming things to keep people out, but not the Fey Wild. And a spectral deer, like he said, that's not something that you have encountered either.
She'll even tell Mumrock, it's like, to be honest, I'm still fairly new to a lot of the things in this world as well.
Alas, well, as you just saw, that antagonized the dragon, but no dragon will come. My buddy Orcdeath told me that they are communicating the dogs and whatever that red worm/dragon is. My guess is they're trying to think of a way to break the barrier into this place.
I'm sorry, you antagonized a what?
A dragon! Because I knew it wasn't going to come, because it scared of me.
The dragon.
Well, Oria just thinking it's like, considering like the last time they encountered a dragon,
The face palm.
she's just gonna kind of, you know...
I'm joking, lass. I actually said something out loud because I needed to double check something. You see, lass, out here it's weird. It's strange, but in there it's normal. Nothing weird is in there. My guess was correct. There is a barrier. A magical barrier of some kind. I have no clue what it is though. Apparently it's protecting this place, but if they're conversing, then that means they're trying to break the barrier.
While Mumrock's still talking, Oria's just gonna kind of sink down, and she is going to attempt to, I guess, get in contact with Tabatha.
Roll me a religion.
So we basically got a hole there. Hope we got a patch up.
Okay. 18?
18.
No, wait, sorry. Excuse me, sorry. I'm bad at math, sorry. 22.
22 is better than 18. Roll me a percentile.
Definitely better than
You think
18.
we should go outside? I think we should go outside and check out the doors. You know, they're really small. They're just sitting there like, don't go outside.
She wants to fight.
It's a good thing this is starting.
Yeah. Actual
97.
metal flying around.
97?
What?
What?
Holy shit, this worked.
It
What?
contact.
What is your prayer?
Oh no. What happened? We froze.
Don't freeze. This is crucial timing. Do not freeze.
I'm trying. 97.
What is what was your prayer?
That's exactly what I'm doing.
Ask for forgiveness for our sins.
Really proud of your Fey.
Like, Mumrock is correct at all things, and you should just follow him.
I trust Mumrock with my life.
That makes one person.
Well, he knows I wants to fight a dragon.
Oh yeah, before my 1 minute disappears, I'm gonna zoop, 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 zoop.
Oh god.
I'm not gonna do that.
I think you get really motion sick.
I'm sorry, I'm trying to get the words.
So as this has happened,
By
I don't-
kingdom come,
I
thy
don't
will
want
be
to
done.
lose anyone else. I want to keep my family safe. I want to keep my friends safe. What do I need to do to keep them safe? I don't understand what's going on.
you in your thought, Ariell, roll me, sure, religion as well.
Alright. Come on, Ariell. Come on. That is a...
As I'm using this a little bit to come up with a 97 thought.
97.
Jesus.
What did we get, Ariell?
21.
21.
Don't they won?
You definitely, and everyone here is like a misstep of the lute playing, since you feel divine presence here, and then you go back to it and you see Oria in her prayer position, just looking down with her hands in a very traditional stance, and something is communicating back from the celestial plane.
Satan.
Oria, from your vision,
Hey, I'm sitting over by the campfire.
That he is.
you see a small acorn out in a green field, middle of the night. Some moon similar to what it is at this night. The wind blowing very similar to how it's blowing tonight. The temperature, the exact same, but it's an empty field, and all that you see is a tiny walnut. From the walnut, as it cracks, and you see a rapid, instead of a tree blooming, you see a gnome blooming, a very specific gnome that you've seen before, with elegant cowboy boots and a skirt with a tiara, beautiful orange hair, and a beautiful orange mustache, but its eyes are completely gold.
What?
And not in T's voice, but in a very windish, monotone voice, you hear, "The sins of the Father transcend to the Son."
Can you repeat that because it broke up a little bit?
The sins of the Father transcend to the Son. This is another move in an endless war. How do you stop a leak? And then you see T vanish away as the wind blows, and as the trees start moving, you, from now in this reality, where you're back in, as T was vanishing, moving leftward, you see the trees start moving leftward as well. Counter to how the wind was moving. So, to repeat again, the sins of the Father transcend to the Son. This is yet another move in an endless war. How do you stop a leak?
You plug it up,
Duct tape.
pop a cap on it, or glue.
As oh well, no one's up there.
Nah. We chilling by the fire, eating fondue.
Yeah, fondue.
Oria, are you saying this out loud or no?
She will repeat it out loud.
Well, I will write it down now.
As Emil quickly goes towards where you are. As you see that he almost like sprints towards you. What did you say?
Uh-oh.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh no.
Tell the boy.
Cue fight music.
She'll repeat what she said again.
As he looks
Roll
disturbed
initiative.
physically,
Oh,
his
actually, we're pretty
eyes are like pattering back and forth rapidly, and his jaw is slightly extended, just opening wide. You can see that he kind of shakes and composes himself. How do you... What? And then he kind of straightens back up. Roll me perception.
good. Everybody? Or
Or
just
just Oria.
$24.
You see that his hand is... His finger, the trigger finger, is definitely on the bolt. But it's to the side. And in a very, like... I'm trying to make sure you don't see this. But he is armed. And he's
Wait, who's
one
armed?
hair away from shooting towards your
Oh.
direction.
Who's armed? The
Amul,
Amul.
the half
Yeah.
elf that is...
the bastard.
What
Because he's a mule.
war? As he speaks to you, Oria. As Ariell's the divinity left, everything looks calm. You see Emil speaking to Oria. It looks peaceful from your point of view. As you continue playing, Teely starts playing as well. Last is pretty good music. Maybe not cheery enough to dance, but it's pretty good music.
Yeah.
Wes, you're enjoying the fire definitely, as there is now some sort of almost a philosophical enjoyment in the freedom of fire that you're seeing. An internal movement that comes to you, and you're like, what the fuck is this thought? That's definitely not yours.
Get out of my head. Satan, get out of my head.
Rognarv, Mumrock, Orcdeath, you're still conversating outside. The dragon's not coming near you. You
I'm having my
talking about
eagles.
axes. Your eagles have flown.
No, they're like circling and
Roll me perception for your eagles.
yeah.
And keep those because you've got two, right? Is that now 20?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Another one, like, right?
Yeah, you have two
One-
eagles,
We got
correct?
2 eagles.
Yeah,
Yeah.
roll.
One might be dumber than the other. Oh, it's 220. It's another 20. It's 2 nat 20s. I watched them both. It's 2 nat 20s.
Yeah, I did too. I was watching it.
Nice.
Your eagles are badass. I need some of those.
Hey, is that
Your eagles are smart.
Is that a emote that
Yes.
looks? Is that
We've been using it since Wednesday.
We were
Yeah,
having some
look at that,
issues
look at that.
on Extra Life and it didn't work out well, but now it's working. That's all that matters. Okay.
Okay, now it's on fire.
Now it's on fire. Hey.
Now it's on fire.
So
I need you to get out of my middle
Hold
school
up.
mindset because
Yeah.
on that, 1 second.
Do these eagles know somebody named Gandalf by any chance?
This guy apparently.
It's just a half celestial over there. With a really nice beard. Oria, as you see him having his hand on the trigger next to his crossbow, and he just he says, he doesn't repeat it, he just said it one time, but just to go back to that scene. What war are you talking about?
Oh my god.
something apparently that's been going on longer than you or me.
Who's fighting this war?
I'm still not entirely sure myself. I'm pretty certain the deities in this world have something to do with it.
With your above 20%, as soon as you say the word deity, you see that his hand relaxes instantly.
The what?
but his face is very concerned still.
He's not pointing at Oria anymore?
He's
No.
not pointing at Oria anymore.
I don't see it.
Yeah.
Just Jeremiah's curiosity.
If you have any more thoughts or inquiries on what this could be, just we can talk later. But please keep you informed on what you think of this and why you decided to say that all of a sudden. It's very unusual to just say out loud.
Oh.
As he steps away, maybe about 20 or 30 feet, keeping his eye on the dwarves now.
I'm still spinning my axe.
From your
I
perspective,
guess I do have. Oh, sorry. I did have one question because it did have something concerning with Oria's backstory, but I guess I can text it to you.
okay, sure. You see your eagles fly up in the air, start circling around. They go maybe about 100 or 200 feet inward, and then one comes back, and you see the other ones start coming back as they come back to you. Giant eagles cannot speak common.
What can they
No.
speak?
They can't speak.
They can't.
Oh.
They
Duh,
speak
why did I ask
bird.
that?
They speak bird.
What did I ask that?
Oh,
As,
wait,
they start
campaign,
just
you're
making
right.
noises and pointing within the. They're smart, but you
Yeah.
know they can't communicate with you. And start pointing inward into the forest.
The forest? Not like the camp, but the forest,
The
right?
forest.
Oh, can I see this? Oh, you're outside.
Yeah, so,
Dang.
So, well, you just see eagles just fly off, and then about 4 to 10 minutes, you see 2 big eagles come back.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm not
Yeah.
close enough to do this anyway, but I can talk to animals. Because I'm a Disney princess.
Yeah, I drew.
you want to go talk to those animals then?
Whoa.
Oh, you-
How would I know?
Yeah,
I don't know how would I know what's going on.
The eagles have seen something. Can somebody please communicate if anyone knows anything?
Totally not meta. But
Yeah, that is
it's,
actually.
I literally would ask that though in
Yeah.
character because I can't speak to eagles. I would literally ask because I got a freaking elephant up there.
all right, let's go with that.
You know,
Yeah,
oh,
I
As,
apologize. I'm in deep conversation right now. I'm also in deep conversation
Oh
with
my
this fire in front of me.
As you definitely hear that, y'all. Can anyone talk to the eagles?
wow, what a coincidence. I can talk to eagles.
I saw an
Hey, Ariell.
elephant.
You ever just notice how beautiful fire is?
I guess I'll go up on the
Like,
rafters where
you guys
Oria
don't
and
know
them
the guy.
are. I'll
Just
just
kinda nod.
cast talk to animals. I'm like, I got you, what's up?
Because I literally look at the elephant.
I mean, if they would start
Honestly.
squawking at you, you'd be like, I don't know, dude. I don't know.
You're just like one of my characters, Bird Eye. He's a bird, but he cannot speak bird.
It's like, I know something's going on in the forest.
Just chirp, 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 chirp.
Chirp, chirp,
So what do you guys do?
Good old
I'm-
meta pigeon.
Meta eagle now.
Meta eagle.
Meta eagle. It's not meta eagle.
I guess I hear your cry for animal help, and I'm like, can't I talk to animals? I should try that. And I just go over to the raptors. I'm like, I think I speak eagle.
I think there's a bird trying to steal
You just say it like that?
I was like, hey, I totally remembered. I can speak with eagles. That's a really cool fun fact. I remembered about myself.
As you go out and
I thought the Loxodon could.
That's the first time I've ever used that spell. I'm happy about it.
Okay.
so
Miss.
do you? Oh, as I hit the mic, do you speaker? Do you cast speak with them?
Yeah. I just hear the forest. Ah!
No, as you speak normally, they would understand you, and as they squawk and balk, you will be able to understand what they're saying, and they're
Grupo.
quietly intelligent.
Oh.
So it's a not normal squirrel conversation. It's
No, you're supposed to
pronouns
talk bird.
and adjectives are
Grupo,
used.
grupo.
Wow.
As the eagles mentioned, there are odd-faced dogs hunting. They're killing a man, a couple of men.
Wow. Well, thanks for that. Is there anything you want me to tell the dwarf before I go?
He's very loud.
We know that. I'm very sorry. I'm very sorry for you.
Very well.
As the other ones just like agrees, and they start talking to each other about how loud the dwarves are.
Alright, I guess whoever can hear me, I guess I yell down to you because I'm not going outside. I'll just be like, "You're eagles! They told me those dog things are hunting some men off in the woods, and also, you're very loud."
Thank you, lass. You're a beautiful one, you are. Yes.
Thank you.
Hey, Orcdeath. There's some people in danger. I'm not sure we get money from them, but what do you think?
Money. We just need to save some people. We don't need money to
I like
save
money.
people. I will grab my axe and grab my shield. I was gonna say sword, but I don't have a sword.
With that Oria, you definitely hear, and you hear that Amiel is also. I mean, he's close enough. You assume that he hears it as well.
Yeah.
And I will look at Laz too. Like, did they say what kind of people, kind of men?
They
are
just
being
said men.
hunted?
That's all.
That Eagles, should you lead the ways? Give us.
If I understand correctly, they can understand.
Yes, they can
common.
understand me.
And you just see them.
And the spell's for 10 minutes, so I can probably get on.
Yeah. You guys hear at least Ariell, West, last year there enough that you can understand what's happening. And Tea Leaf, they all hear that Mumrock is asking the Eagles to show them where these odd-faced dogs are that are currently attacking and killing a person.
Hunting.
Yeah, and I will mention to Oria, I guess, like, we need to go save them. Or we should like save them to see if she can convey it to the party.
There's a alright, you hear that?
To the rest of the
You're
Elysian bag
loud,
of beans.
but you're not as loud as maybe Mumrock.
No,
You
Rumlock's loud on purpose.
That-
I mean,
actually,
you certainly can.
no,
Okay.
I'm not like Mumrock. I'm the softer dwarf because, yes,
Soft
I'm
boy.
a short boy. The shortest dwarf.
I would say that you have a normal speaking voice for a dwarf. It's just where Mumrock's extra loud. You got them deep lungs.
Like, he doesn't
Good
have to
lungs.
be. He doesn't have to be, but he is.
So, Oria, you hear this. What do? As Ariell is kind of looking your way, but kind of not.
Like, I conveyed to you that there's people in trouble by the
Wes
forest
is
being hunted
definitely-
by
In deep thought.
the
I'm contemplating
the
how I
yeet.
can talk to eagles.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, just
that we should do something to save them. It might be one of your people.
yeah. She'll nod at that, and I guess looking back at Ariel.
Yeah. A
A
mule.
mule.
Yeah. A mule.
Sorry.
If that makes it easier.
A mule.
A mule.
A spud.
A
A
mule.
spud.
A spud. One of them. Yeah. I'm sorry. You look towards him, correct?
Yeah, she'll just she will finish really quick and saying, yeah, just I was speaking with Obadhai. You should know this.
He looks a little. It looks like he's not understanding what you just said, and then it takes him a second. You were speaking to Obadhai.
Praying. She'll kind of rephrase it as that.
That makes a lot of sense. Okay, Obadhai told you those words then.
I believe so.
And you see that his eyes are rapidly moving back and forth, like he's in really deep thought. It could be why we're being protected. Owahai's blessing our camp, not letting the Fey come in. This might be a good thing. Maybe you're here as a sign from Owahai, a blessing. If these eagles and this young lady are correct in what they said, maybe this is a sign that you should hunt these dogs down.
Most likely.
Maybe get information. Maybe give us a lead. Some way maybe we can leave the forest or cleanse the forest.
I kind of want to try to talk to the horses now.
You can talk to Couscous and Horsey if you want.
Yeah, Horsey.
Yes, Dr. Couscous. He has such wonderful things to say.
Are any of the horses outside? 'Cause I don't want to talk. I don't
Yeah,
go
they're
outside.
outside. Yeah, they're
Are
both,
they both outside?
both outside. Yeah.
I'm not gonna.
Yeah.
Nope.
Okay.
Are we going soon?
Are we going? We're following you, brother. Let's go, big brother.
I thought it was little brother.
It's big brother now. He's on his little
I'm
mechanical
on top
thing.
Oh, there we go.
Oh
There
my
we go.
Because I'm
goodness.
ready for battle.
Okay, understood.
It's little brother when he's not on his spider.
I want to say during my whole deep in thought moment, I'm going to be compelled to reach my hand into the fire.
How long do you want to stick your hand into the fire?
Till it hurts.
Until I feel like I can't take it anymore.
Okay. How, like tip or full hand in fire?
Full hand in fire.
Roll me Constitution.
Yay.
1. You know, this whole game I've rolled 20 and a 1. I'm not rolling anything else.
That'll happen.
13.
15. I say that you hold it in for about 3 seconds before it's too much, and you pull it out, and you feel it's hot and it hurt for sure, but your hair's not singed on your hand. Your hand's fine, and you also then feel as you're looking at it, a literal slap on the wrist, and you hear it, but you know no one else did. That's it.
You want to see this?
You see
I
Wes
was
put
literally
his
sitting right
hand.
next to you.
You see
Yeah.
Wes put his hand in flames for about 3 seconds, and you see his face like it's hurting him. It's causing pain as he pulls it out, and his hand is perfectly
But
fine.
Nothing's burnt.
No burn marks on him.
Okay, Ariell's sitting here playing his lute. Da, 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 da. Like, real big. Like, bruh, what the fuck?
And again, Wes, you heard the slap of your hand, and you felt the pain on top of the pain of feeling fire on your hand. But when you look around, no one else heard it, and literally no one was there to slap your hand.
You basically got in trouble. He did it for me.
So what you
He did it for me.
to get for experimenting?
But
Sorry.
Elysian Vagabonds and our stooges,
The bag of beans.
the bag of
The
beans,
bag of beans.
the vagabonds and the bag of beans.
Yes, the vagabonds and the bag of
The
beans.
bag
At
of
the
beans
moment,
are outside.
we're the bag of beans.
Yeah, the bag of beans are outside. The bag of bonds are inside.
I am loving this campaign more and more every single game. What do we do?
I am waiting for them, for the rest of the party. Are we going?
Can I ask to roll a certain roll on Emil?
Yes, of course you can ask. Yeah.
I want to roll an insight on him.
Okay, roll insight.
It was 16.
He's off. Very off. He's focusing a lot on as a mean of protection. He had trigger happy maybe. His hands literally eager to go to his crossbow. There's no earth spells. There's no conversation before action to him. Again, off. But it might be that he's had to... You don't know why. It could be that he's had to protect his people and your people, and literally shoot first, ask questions later might have kept them alive, or maybe he thinks that is what's keeping them alive. He's very eager for you to investigate and try to see what's happening out there. For sure. Whether that's a good or a bad thing, that's your call. But he is eager for you to find answers for him.
I had a train of thought and I lost it. Crap. That's always not good. That's never good.
Well, as you have your train of thought, I think this would be a good point to go on break. And we can have a player conversation to see what our next move action is, and then proceed forward when we come back on break.
Yes.
Alright guys, so we'll see you back in 15.
In the jiffy.
Yep. Alright, see you in a bit guys.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.
I've got the new script you sent us for the next episode. So we have new players. Who's Grayson? You know who that is?
Yeah, I'm reading that too. What's this? Tori Val?
So we have new players.
New players?
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, dude. So it also says that the schedule's changed. We're playing on Mondays now.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah, what happened to Tuesday?
That'll team out Tuesday.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh well.
Okay.
Okay.
And just one last little thing.
And it's online now?
Yeah, that. So we're not playing in the studio anymore. It's all online. All right, man. That fucking works for me. All right. Cool. See you later. Bye. We are unmuted, so we might get hot. Okay, cool. I guess. So yeah, it's because of the intro button was a hit once. That's why I played again. But hey guys, welcome back. We're back into our little
Things.
The oddity that is the Fey Wild leaking into the material plane. So, bag of bonds and bag of beans. What do we do?
Well, yeah, Oria will go and convey to the rest of the party about what Rognarv told her.
Okay. Ariell and Lass and well, Lass, you were there already.
Yeah, I'm already up there.
But
That's
Ariell in the
evil.
west, you now know what's been happening.
So, okay, so if somebody's in trouble, then we gotta go save them, right?
I mean, do we want to risk the whole party for maybe 1 or 2 people?
Because, I don't know about anyone else, but if somebody's in trouble, I'm gonna go poof some more dogs. Did Rognarv say how far away it was?
Like, it's not me. Well, not really, because
Did the Eagles tell me
I
the
didn't know
direction?
how far
The
it was.
direction, but not distance.
Not distance. Yeah.
You wouldn't know distance in a metric way
And,
like we would.
Yeah, they would just be like, that way.
Not that long though, because they didn't really fly too far out.
It flew about 10 minutes or so.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Flight speed of 50, I'm guessing.
Yeah. It's there.
As Oria will probably put it. To me, that sounds like a trap. I don't understand, nor do I follow. Wait, that might be the same thing. I'm just getting really... Why would it be a trap? I don't know. Just... The last time we went somewhere and then we ended up walking off. We came back and everything was chaos. Everything was in ruin. I don't want that happening here. Yeah, that's a fair point. Shit.
How long has it been
Since
since I said the thing about, since I conveyed it to them, what's going on? Like, told
a couple
them.
minutes.
Because if it's going, I'm gonna go back inside and physically go to the party and to say what's going on and so what's taking so long, and yeah, basically I'm getting a little impatient if we are going or not. And if there's a good reason why we shouldn't, then I would
As you
Rognarv would think that maybe, I guess depends on the reason too.
You're at the. So who's
I'm outside
inside?
basically right
Who
now.
is inside?
Oria, Laz, West, and Ariell.
Is
Yeah.
Are you going inside?
Like, after a while, yeah, I'm gonna go inside to talk to them on what's going on.
By
Bron
the
is
way,
outside.
people are getting a little annoyed that the drawbridge keeps opening, closing, opening, closing.
Well, like, you don't have to. I can teleport. I'll talk to them. I'll tell them that too.
So you, Mumrock and Orcdeath are still outside?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, I'll convey to them that I'll be back.
Impatience is impatient.
I will tell them that
Yeah, Orcdeath is actually already starting to probably move to follow the eagles.
I'll tell them that I'll be
Have
back.
the eagles flown?
The eagles are they're waiting on us, but they're ahead. You know?
So the eagles are going to where the thing is right now, this very second.
They start flying, they notice that we're not going, so they're kind of let's go.
Circling.
Yeah, let's go, kind of,
Okay.
And so Orcdeath is following them.
Okay.
That's what he's doing, because that's what Orcdeath would do.
Okay. What about Mumrock?
And if Orcdeath is going forward, Mumrock is going to follow Orcdeath.
Okay.
Like, because I was going to tell them, well, like, I'll be back.
Okay.
And then-
So, the party inside, as you guys are following the Eagles, the party inside, what are we doing?
I will tell them what's going on.
I'm gonna
and-
start getting my gear. If someone's in trouble, I'm gonna go help.
I'm gonna go to the main guy in charge. I keep forgetting his freaking name.
A mule.
Mule.
Yeah, I'm gonna go to him and I'm going to kind of pull him aside and tell him, listen, it looks like the party's about to leave and you wanted to speak to me about something important after I said, ask if there was anyone sick here. What was it?
As he pulls you to the side, making sure no one else can listen. Oria's mother, you've met her.
Mm-hmm.
She's been afflicted by the wild.
By what?
By the wild, the Fey. It's not spreading. It's not contagious. She knows about this. We've had a conversation. We want to keep it down low. But she has an affliction. Her hand is phasing out. That's why it keeps wrapped. It's nothing that's harming her or hurting her, but it's an odd affliction from being out and trying to gather information. And I will say that no one else has come back other than her. She didn't mention any fighting or any battle. She just went out, couldn't find enough information, didn't want to risk it, came back. But ever since then, her hand's been fading in and out, as though if sometimes it's there, sometimes it's not.
This may be more than I can handle, but I would like to take a look at it before I leave.
Okay. Before we go to that, what is the rest of the party doing?
I'm getting my gear, my weapons, and I'm gonna walk out.
If Wes starts
Now we have a
walking
job
out,
to
I'm
do.
going to follow him.
Okay, so we have two people that are starting to venture out as well. Last Oria, what do we do?
I pack up my gear and I go with the West because I know they're gonna need somebody to cure wounds.
Oria, what do we do?
You got me, girl.
Hey. Be like, yeah.
Does she still see Brahmi around?
I can't believe
Yeah.
3 times.
She's still trying to carve crudely something that mimics a bracelet, but she's doing the best she can with what is provided for her.
You should.
That beautiful.
Oria's gonna go over to her and get down to her eye level
Okay, as you do.
and just speak to her in Loxodon.
Okay.
She's gonna hold out the wand of webs to her.
She looks at it. What does this do?
I hope you do not have to use this. I really hope not. But if you are anything like your grandmother and anything like me, you will be good with magic. If anything bad is to ever come through that gate, I just want you to be safe.
How publicly are you doing this?
She's doing this very quietly just to her daughter.
Roll me a stealth.
Sleight of hand?
We're not.
Oh, that's
We're
flat.
We're not
That's
moving
on
in.
11.
11. Okay. As you do so, she looks at it. She grabs the wand and puts it on her side next to like a belt. And nothing comes from it. Nothing that you notice, at least. Nothing negative, nothing positive. You just quiet about it. Give her the wand. Give her a warning. She understands what a wand is.
How old is she? Right now.
Teens.
Hmm.
So yeah. Anything else that Oria would like to do?
She'll just pat her daughter on the head and give her a really big hug. And then she'll look over to Ariell. Like, she looks really conflicted, but...
As your conversation ended roughly around the same time as Oria and her daughter's conversation, as the rest of your party is heading out towards the drawbridge with gear in hand, and as they leave, you see them getting their weapons. Ariell, what do we do?
Me?
Yes.
I'm gonna find Oria's mother.
Okay. Easy enough, you do so.
Oops.
I guess if Ariell is heading that direction, I don't know if he would tell Oria or not, but, I mean, at the same time, Oria did want to speak with Yulno too about...
I'm not conveying that to her. I'm just kind of something that I promised, or not really promised, but suggested to do on my own. So
Okay.
if we happen to run across each other in the process, then so be it. But
Okay. I mean, Oria, do you want to speak to your mother now? Ariel is moving, it looks like, in the direction of the fire.
She'll call out to him that she'll wait for him out front.
Okay. So, at this moment, Ariel is with Yulno, and Oria, you're heading outside?
Yes.
Okay. Alright, as the party gathers, you get your javelin, your hammer, your sword and axe, and start heading outside. Ariel, what do you do?
I'm gonna approach Oria, Yulna, and I'm just going to kind of dip my head and just kind of get serious and just say, "May I see it?"
As she kind of moves her the veil on her mouth, you hear a yes, but her mouth does not move. And then her mouth moves again, but there's no noise.
Oh, that's not good.
This is one of them. And again, you hear the voice, but her mouth doesn't move. And then as soon as you start hearing the voice, part of the mouth and the lips start moving like it's out of sync.
They didn't do
What
it.
did you come into contact with?
As she kind of puts the veil over her mouth, she's like, "To be honest, nothing dangerous. I felt the trees, I felt the ground, the leaves, the air. There was no harm, there was no conflict, no fights. None of those demon dogs that you speak of. No crazed dragon that Mule keeps speaking of. It was literally just the nature." And then she kind of, you see that her hand that's wrapped in another veil, like you can see the outline of her hand, you see her movement, but as she moves it, you see it almost looks like there's a complete chunk of her hand completely gone, but the other end of her hand, it's still within the veil. You can still see it moving and functioning, but there's literally a chunk of her hand missing, as though if just that one section of her forearm is completely gone. But everything's still intact and everything's functioning well. It's just if that one section by itself is invisible.
But can you see through it?
Yeah, you can see completely through it, yes.
Is there like a bench or like a wall or something nearby?
Sure, yeah. Easy enough.
I'm just gonna kind of motion to it, just say please.
As she walks with you.
And I'm going to, let me see. I'm going to take her hand, the one that's afflicted by this thing.
And give it a smooch.
First, I'm going to try two different things, two different approaches. First, I want to, I suppose, I don't know. Let's pray, asking what this is, what this affliction is, and how to restore her. But I'm going to pray to myself, obviously, not out loud.
Roll me religion.
Jesus, take the wheel, take it from my hand.
As everyone else, you guys have gathered your weapons. You see Mumrock and Orcdeath about maybe 50 feet in front of you. As in front of them, about maybe 100 paces or so, would be two eagles flying relatively low to the ground. Because if they fly above the trees, then you won't be able to see it. Ariell, what do we get?
23 for religion.
To whom are you trying to commune with?
This is the realm that it is the Fey Wild, and she said that it was nature.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to try to commune with Ovahai.
Okay. Roll me percentile.
I just rolled 3 6s. Satan.
It's actually 9.
96.
What?
What the heck is up with us tonight?
We need to fight all the things now.
Maybe Emil is right. Ovahai is within these walls. You hear a very faint whisper in the wind as a reassurance saying, "You know what to do. You just need to utter the words."
Ooh. Wow. Now I rolled 3 1s. Wow.
Good thing that wasn't rolled in a fight or in a diplomacy.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to do, where is it? Healing touch.
Okay.
Which is my angelic healing.
That alleviates a disease, correct?
Free from poison, blindness, deafness, and I don't know what words she was talking about, but I'll just kind of whisper what Oria had said earlier.
As you do your, as you do your angelic energy, it goes to her. You feel that she definitely feels better. It's a calming, passive energy. The affliction is not alleviated. And you get the feeling that it's maybe not a spell that you have prepared, but it's one that your party does. It's not something out of your grasp, but this specific form of treatment that you just did is not the right one. But that reassurance that you got from the wind, someone has to have that. It's just not the right spell, but you have the spell. Maybe you didn't prepare it, but one of you knows it. Someone has to know this.
Do I have an idea of kind of what the spell would be?
I mean,
I have 2 healing spells. That's it.
Coleton should probably know. You've Ariell. I mean, you've taken Tarsius to a priest, and it took a while, but he definitely cured things. Maybe something along those lines.
Greater restoration, probably, or I'm gonna.
Or less.
With this in mind, I'm going to just kind of light bulb idea.
Bing.
Wait here, and I'm going to go to the gate where the rest of the party is.
Let's assume that before, as the gate door is, as the bridge is dropping, Ariell's rushing to you guys immediately, a little bit panting, with a grin on his face, a smile.
Hurry up!
And I'm going to grab. I'm gonna go to Oria first.
Okay. Did you grab
And
Oria?
just kind of relay everything and say, I know what we need to do, or at least I think I do.
This is news to Oria, by the way.
Oh yes. But yes, no, I fill her in. We need greater restoration or a spell similar to that. And I'm going to also what was Cow's character's name? Oh no, I have it written down.
Cow?
Rognarv.
Me?
No, no.
Me, Rognarv, or
Oh.
Carabao?
Do that.
He meant Jeremiah,
Cow-
but said a cow.
Carabao or Rognarv? Who you mean?
They're one and the same in my heart.
Rognarv.
No, I'm definitely
Yes.
Carabao. Jeremiah, I
Rognarv.
understand.
And I'm gonna ask him if he has the spell.
What spell are you talking about?
Greater restoration.
No. I don't know what that is. I have a spell and a different spell where I can heal people from far away.
You know that definitely it's from the school of divinity versus an arcanic top.
Fuck.
And our Dwarven compatriot is from the definitely akin to the Arcana versus the Divine Spectre, which
Yes.
Oria has divinity and Laz kind of tips in both schools or both forms of magic.
And then
Not like she knows,
Orcdeath and
though.
Mumrock was like, magic.
Yeah.
I know magic.
Magic. Hey, I know magic.
I know.
Lesser restoration.
Orcdeath is definitely now following with the Eagles, and are you continuing?
Yeah, I'm.
By
I'm
this
behind
time, they're about 100 feet away.
No, I need to ride Brom to catch up.
So, what does the party do as the drawbridge is any second
Remove
now
curse. I need that.
going to completely open? As there's a lot of men with bows, like just watching intently, seeing what you guys are about to do, expecting you guys to. You get the impression they want you to leave quickly so they can
Close it.
back up again.
West is literally standing in the middle of
the
cage.
drawbridge.
Oh my god.
As if-
Oh no, I'm a dwarf, so I'm walking very slowly.
Ariell, what do we do? What's happening? What is the plan? I don't know. Do you need magic? Because I know magic. I need all the magic.
So, what do we do, guys? Oria, last, do you want to do anything? Do you think you can
I
do
am
anything?
waiting for them.
Do I hear that him asking
Yeah,
about
oh yeah,
restoration out
it's
loud?
right there. It's right in front of everybody.
I'm gonna go back to Oria. Do you know how to spell magic?
I do.
What other spells do you have prepared at the moment? Anything that could remove a condition such as this,
I
or
forgot I
heal.
didn't take it.
I have lesser restoration. I told Ariell that last.
There's Blast tells you, Ariel, that she has
Do-
lesser restoration.
Do you
I
need
just
me?
thought
Oh, yeah.
at her. You come with me.
Do you need me to identify
okay.
something?
There I go.
Oh my god, yeah.
I'm not gonna question an angel. I go with him.
Okay, alright, as
Going with
with the
Ariel.
drawbridge flex, and you see him, you're like, just.
God.
Like, God, make
A
up your
mule.
mind. As you see the frustration of it, and everyone with the bows like, do we keep it low? Just keep it. Just keep on the lookout. You're pretty fast, right?
I'm gonna.
As like
do
you
I
see
see
a
him?
slight bit of panic rise from it
Do
as
I
the drawbridge
see-
is open in the middle of the night for an extended period of time.
Like
It's been less than a minute.
No, do I see him
Oh, yeah.
starting to panic?
There's
I
a little bit of
will-
panic that's happening. Yeah, you
If
definitely
this
see
is
it.
the bridge,
Yeah.
I'll be right in front with Bram on my side, shield up. basically guarding that little door.
He gives you like a thank you, like a nod of like, yes. But there's still that sense of like panic rising in him of Oria, you can definitely tell like this is probably the first time that this has happened. The drawbridge is just open in the middle of the night for again. It's been less than a minute, but he's still anxious about this situation. That in quote unquote the defenses are dropped.
Yeah, I'm gonna
as Ariell, Oria, last you guys run over.
I'll just I'll just kind of tell them like, whatever you're trying to do, just hurry up.
As you guys run over to Yulna, Yulna, what do you guys do?
I'm like, Ariell, do you want me to lesser restoration something on her? Because she's covered, so I don't know.
I'm gonna say yes and try it.
As
Sure.
she kind of opens, she kind of reveals the veil, and you see again the unsynced pattern of her lips, of the sound further than her lips moving.
I'm like,
about a second off. Try this one first, and you see the oddness of her lips move as you see that on her forearm there's just a gash of nothingness there, but her hand's still there as though if it was floating.
Oria's a little bit panicked and just like, why did you not say anything to me?
Because you might react differently, and people cause panic, and this is fine, honey.
Oh, mother.
As she extends her non-forearm to you.
Okay, and I just kind of like... Choo.
Right? As you put your hand on there and cast Lesser Restoration, instantaneously you start seeing the... You don't see like bone or thing. You see almost like the illusion go away, and you start seeing like the skin start rapidly growing back.
Oh.
It doesn't look painful or anything. It just looks like something was lifted. You see,
like it's coming back.
Yeah, like everything's coming back. And additional, all four of you, including her, you see those little dust particles that are in the Fey Wild that just like ever floating.
That little
like
the
ashy sparkles. You see that being lifted from her arm.
Oh.
And going away and disappearing.
I'm just like, wow, I did not know I could do that. Did that hurt? You okay?
I felt absolutely nothing. Again, as her forearm is completely fine. Her arm is functional. It never wasn't functional, but now it looks fine. But her speech is still unsynced.
Oh, okay.
Oria's putting her hands on her mom and greater restoration.
As you do so, and she's like, honey, it's okay. And then, like, she now notices that her mouth is moving instinctively to her.
Yay!
As she embraces you in a hug, you guys are extremely talented.
Well, I learned something today. Learned I can do that, whatever that was.
Thank you. If you're going to go out there, I would advise don't touch the trees. I think that's what got me.
Good thing I
Thank you, Mom, for telling me that. I have tree stride.
Maybe in the daytime? I went out at night and that's what happens. It's night right now. I just want you to be safe. But if you have that talent, I think that you'll be fine. You can just undo whatever junk the forest does to you. I don't know.
Lesser restoration. Lesser restoration.
Yeah,
Lesser restoration.
So I may have panicked and gave Rami a wand earlier.
As she looks, you did what?
I start walking toward the group. I'm like, woo, time to go. Alright.
Oh my god. I'll keep an eye on her, and let's hope that it doesn't come to it. Remember that your mother's still talented, and she can defend herself. And defend everyone here. Maybe it's not as powerful as her daughter's becoming, but I still can protect our conclave. So,
We're just gonna give her one more hug before.
The big embrace and a hug. as the party is outside,
Oh, yeah, I forgot.
very eager to wait Oria's union with them.
Yeah, Wes is literally standing right next to Rognarv, and it's just like, I mean, I learned magic, but nobody ever asks me for help. So, like, what's up with that?
I don't know. I know magic too, but I guess I'm not powerful enough. I wasn't taken by the angel boy.
Yeah, clearly, I mean, I'm not,
Is Oria, you come into that conversation?
As Laz and Oria are walking out, Laz may notice Oria actually kind of smiling a little bit.
Aww.
And then she's gonna look at Laz and thank you.
And say it's no problem.
Now are we ready?
As a mule
Oria will
up
nod.
there. Yes. Are you please? Let's close this back up.
Alrighty, let's go.
Let's move. The other bag of beans is already over there. As my eye twitches.
Said bag of beans.
As you guys keep going forward, by this point, let's say that the 2 of the 3 bag of beans are now about 150 feet away from you. It's not hard to notice the eagles, but if it wasn't for those eagles, they might have disappeared into the forest. As the drawbridge starts raising up, you hear the crank as it closes down. And you see the tension of the guards lessen. Like
Ariell turns around, bang, bang, bang. Wait, I forgot something.
Oh my god.
As you guys,
Give that guy a heart attack.
as you guys have weapons in hand, gear in hand, quickly follow up to where the eagles are, and you're just patrolling ahead. What are we doing? As now you are technically in the Fey Wild, as the
Someone didn't like that.
you see full trees, but instead of the dark green colors, it's completely filled with purple shades. You see bushes in the grass, green. You see little spectral glitters floating through the air. The wind is moving a little bit oddly as it has a different effect when it hits the trees. It doesn't blow in the same direction. It kind of almost looks like a wave hits it, as if it was being recoiled by water or something. The moon is bright. You definitely this whole interaction you do not hear any, and since you started with the eagles, the roaring of the dragon or the monster, the beast, whatever it is, has completely stopped. But there are still yaps and barks of those Fey dogs. So,
Yep.
releasing vagabonds, what do we do?
I'm just following.
Oria
Eagles.
is going to cast Conjure Woodland Creatures.
Okay, what do you want?
Woodland Beings, sorry.
What do you want to conjure?
I need to see really quick. She wants to conjure Dryads.
Okay.
Oh.
I just need to see how many I can conjure.
All of them at
Oh.
once.
And they all cast Insect Plague.
Yes!
Please leave.
Please leave.
Please leave.
Here's our little dryads temporarily.
I just need to see again. I'm sorry. I'm
Not sure
trying
how
to see
many
how
you can
many
conjure.
exactly I
I
conjure.
want to say it's probably like
Every single
4,
one.
but I don't know. I think a dryad's a CR1, so it depends.
What's a dryad?
Okay, so that's what I wanted to make sure of. So.
It's
While this is happening, I just want to say that Wes and Rognarv's conversation is still going on.
okay.
Oh my god.
As this conversation
Oh,
is going on, you
spells.
see that Oria summons up a number that we'll find out in a second.
2.
2?
She can summon 2.
Okay. 2 humanoid creatures that are completely made out of wood. They kind of from a very primal observation, they look like tree people.
Tree people.
Sure. With leaves, the hair is made out of different twigs and leaves that kind of and vines that bend a little bit. And they look humanoid. One male, one female, in appearance. But they have very earthish style clothing, and they appear where Oria wants them to appear. And they, if I understand correctly, they can speak Sylvian and Common, I believe.
Yes, they can speak Sylvan and Common.
I know that language.
Yes, Wes can understand them and Oria can understand them.
What do we do?
Because I also know that they can do this too. It was one of those also the reason Oria was kind of nervous about doing it after talking with Yona. Asking them if they can kind of scout ahead too, stick to the trees. Basically, because they can use tree stride.
They're gonna say, sure, we'll let you know if anything comes from. I just see one steps into a tree and then they teleport about 15 feet away into another tree. I don't know if tree stride is like a continuous thing or if it's a one-time use. For our purposes, they didn't do it. Tabatha, if you do not mind looking up the specifics of that spell.
Yes, can I see? Let me see.
How long are your eagles out?
They are out for an hour.
For 1 hour?
Yes.
Okay, then they're still definitely out here. Okay, cool. It's been about 10 minutes or so of the entire interactions. So I was gonna say about that time, a minute spell would have been definitely long gone. But if it's an hour,
My
sure.
bird is gone.
Well,
I can't
okay.
teleport.
Yeah, because it's conjure animal. It's up to 1 hour.
Then my talk to animals is over.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Big sad.
Yeah. Okay, so the eagles are still out. They're still flying.
Yeah, monsters.
Yeah, because
That's right.
it's
No. Oh, sort of.
It would the spell would be in the player's handbook.
Do you have that one app?
because right now it's the Eagles, Orcdeath, and then myself.
Yes.
And then I don't know who's behind us.
Yeah. If anyone wants to argue with the marching order, but right now it would be Eagles, Orcdeath. We have.
I guess
Mumrock.
it's me and West
Yeah.
striding together with
Okay.
Brom.
Last, where do you want to be? In front of or behind them?
Behind West, because then I think Oria and Ariell
Okay.
like left after me. So.
You don't have that. Oh.
And the Drads would be trying to be in front of the Eagles, just as instructed by Oria, unless instructed otherwise. So,
Like we've already reconvened with everybody.
Yeah.
With them.
unless you guys are not gonna wait at all.
Oh, well, we saw him coming. Yeah, we're like, okay.
Okay. So you guys reconvene.
Well, at the same time, it's up to you. Orcdeath is a little bit slower.
Well,
about
kind of.
25. That's how fast he
Yeah.
moves.
Yeah, about 20 minutes or so have passed by. The eagle's kind of trying to move just because it's not flying anymore. We're trying to move through trees, so on and so forth. Roll me perception for your dryads.
Okay. And it just mentions that the Dryads can use 10 feet of their movement to step magically into one living tree within their reach and emerge from a second living tree within 60 feet of the first tree, appearing in an unoccupied space within 5 feet of the second tree. And it just mentions they have to be large or bigger.
Okay. Let me
They also can speak with beasts and plants. So,
look.
but you said the perception, and I'll look at that.
How many steps of light? This is 4D for degrees.
That was 17 and dirty 20 for the perception.
Okay.
Oh, never mind. I just realized that their skills, their perception's more than that.
Okay, what's the new number then?
So new number, 22, 19. 19 and 22.
Okay. Once on her turn. Okay, so they can do it as an action, but just once
Yeah.
per round. Okay, cool. That's very, very cool. Okay. As they kind of stop, and you see that they speak in Sylvian, and then the other one next to it speaks in Common, as though it was like, oh, the Common tongue. And they kind of go towards the eagles and start talking to. One starts talking to the eagles, and the other one goes over to the closest person, which would be Orcdeath. Maybe not the best one to talk to. There's 3 of them. Three of those beasts. They eat dogs. They're currently eating someone. Looks like a human man. What do you
Is
want
there
to-
anyone else around?
Orcdeath relays that,
Oh.
and he is going to, knowing Orcdeath, he's going to go forward, and he's probably going to charge.
Okay. Or if they run into the fight, or a combat,
Oh,
or
boy.
something.
He tells me, and then, because that's what Orcdeath would do.
As we have 2 dwarves running in.
Well, yeah, no, just Orcdeath right now.
Oh, only Orcdeath. Okay.
Yeah, only Orcdeath.
Which
he just told
we
me.
need to remind him to leave his mini here because we don't have a mini for him now.
His mini would be.
Don't worry, I can get a dwarf in a minute.
I mean, I guess
No,
Oria would approach the Dryad and ask if they see anybody else.
I'm
No,
relaying this.
that's all. We would have mentioned if we saw someone else. That's all we see.
I tell
3
my
of those dogs eating someone.
my eagles to go ahead and protect Orcdeath,
Okay.
and I'm gonna go stealth.
Okay. Roll me stealth.
So what is that?
I guess with having the Dryads here, Oria will even possibly
22.
ask them, have you seen anything like this before? Like the Fey Wilds doing this, leaking out into the material plane?
Leaks happened here and there, not this consistent. And if you're asking and wondering if this is common protocol, yes. These creatures are horrific and they eat constantly, and they're great hunters. The fact that we're
And they are from the Fey Wild?
yes, of course. What did you get on stealth?
22, and I'm gonna stealth forward ahead.
Okay.
To try to get a drop on the dogs.
Okay. Let's see if they.
And hopefully they're paying attention to Orcdeath and the eagles, but they don't see me.
Okay. So, just to have it laid out for me, we have 3 different positions that we're in. The eagles, Orcdeath, are, since the Dryads are communicating,
One
we'll
of the
use,
Dryads?
the Dryads are communicating with Oria right now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I thought one of the Dryads was with Oria and one is with the Eagles.
No, one was
Oh.
talking to the eagles explaining, and then they went to Oria.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I know he's
Yeah.
Rob's next to you. And we're stealthing.
And this is Orcdeath right now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And we are stealthing.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes, Oria. You had something to say?
I guess if she has any other question that she could ask the Dryad, it would be, what could there be any type of creature that could cause such a phenomenon?
It would have to be something powerful. But theoretically, any Archfey can do something like this. As that's happening, I need Orcdeath to make me an attack roll. If he's charging in, it doesn't look like they've seen him.
And he's got his axe, so he's gonna swing with his axe.
Alright, roll me a hit.
Oh, I can't. It's my phone's dead.
Oh, there's my phone.
So I'm trying to do this.
How's that? I think it's +8, so that should be 15. Let me double check this real quick though. Yeah, he's gonna do 2 swings.
Okay, roll me twice.
Where's Dickie?
So I'm trying to put this over here for my
8, 9, 10,
sake.
11, 12, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So 15 on the first strike.
Okay, that hits.
And 30, 20, 8, 9, 10. No, 21, 30.
Yeah, roll me damage for both attacks.
And he has. Okay, great weapon fighting, so that's good. So it's what? 1d12 plus 4, so 2d12. Anyone else got a d12?
Roll the d12 twice.
Yeah, I got lots of d12s.
So that's 3 and 7, 10 plus 8. 18?
18 damage total?
Yeah, 18 damage total.
Okay. It's a good hard hit.
Does that
It's his great,
the
yeah.
+8 just adds for on one of the
Yeah, because
rolls,
it's 1d12 plus 4. So,
plus 4, okay.
Yeah, so
I thought
plus
it
4
was
plus 4, so yeah, I got 10 and,
Okay.
2 attacks, so it's plus 8. So that's 18. And, I guess he's just gonna, hold his, bonus action right now.
Okay. As you guys just hear a and the of the dog being slashed at. What are you telling your eagles to do? What was the last command you gave your eagles?
I said protect Orcdeath and attack anything that's around him, so they're probably gonna attack that dog.
Alright. I need 2 more attacks from 2 different eagles.
Okay, let's go to my giant eagles then, and that's probably like 5, 6, 7, 8.
8 misses.
That's 1 eagle. It's 2 attacks actually,
Alright, roll me again.
because I get 2 attacks. So this is the second attack for the Talon, and that's 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13.
13 misses.
So the second eagle is gonna attack twice. That's gonna miss 2. That's a 9. And second attack is a nat 1.
Roll to confirm that 1. Can I get a 1?
It's a 10.
Okay, so as the eagles are trying to claw it, you guys hear cow, cow! The eagle just doing
Roll
something.
every single one of them.
Roll me perception, everybody. As you hear,
Do you want to
you
roll
see us
perception
hear
for the
this.
dryads as well?
Yeah.
Yeah, roll me perception for them as well.
19.
19
14.
passes.
12.
That fails, sorry.
23 and 14 for the dryads.
The 23 pass.
And then for Oria, 13 for West.
West failed, unfortunately.
It's standard for him. Oh god.
The shield is helping me.
Oh, this is an auditory thing.
27.
It's only hearing.
You can only hear
The
it.
shield, does it only give you pluses to visuals?
Okay, so what do you want me to? Because I roll.
27.
You want me to roll?
Girl.
No, it's fine for now. Look, just to,
Yeah, I'll
for
double check
future,
the sense.
yeah, look up sense in the shield to see it. It won't be in there. It's in the Dungeon Master's guide. Just
I got
type it in
it wrong,
Google
sorry.
and see if you can find it.
Oh, I'm looking for my phone while
Yeah.
I'm looking at my phone.
Oh, okay. So for now, one of the dryads said, can you pronounce your character's name one more fucking time?
Rognarv.
Rognarv. I'm not gonna remember it.
Rognarv.
Roll all the R's.
Rognarv, one of the dryads, and did anyone else get above an 18?
Oria also got
It-
above an 18.
Oria, as you guys, you 3 hear something running away. You hear clinking of metal. Come back here. And you also hear flatter of wings.
It doesn't
And-
say.
It does not say. So it's
It just says advantage on initiative and perception rolls.
okay.
That's it.
Then we'll say that for some reason the eye can also hear very well.
Yes.
So you hear Orcdeath chasing the dog for sure, and the eagles follow suit as you see them go into the woods. As from your
Wait, we
point of view,
heard that like.
you heard running and you heard Orcdeath speak.
Okay.
From your perspective, from what you can see, if everyone can close their eyes for just a second, please. I need you to.
I did it.
Close your eyes for longer than a second, man.
Yes.
You said 1 second, so I closed it for 1 second.
I'm going to do so many things to your face. So many beautiful things. As there's the dogs running.
Mm-hmm.
I needed you to close your eyes.
No, sorry.
The dogs are running.
Yeah.
And that's it. So,
Okay.
you hear the dog running. Oh wait, Orcdeath chasing them. Everyone can like open their eyes now if they want to.
Okay.
So
What happened?
So, first, what do you do, and then what does the party do?
How far away are the dogs from
Next
me?
time I'll just
There
close your
are
eyes.
they're probably like almost 200 feet away. It looks like as there's a bridge there that is crossed over, and there's a water path that's going through, and they're on the other side of the bridge.
Okay, did Orcdeath follow him across the bridge?
Oh yeah, Orcdeath definitely went over the bridge and started chasing them.
Oh, damn it, Orcdeath.
Of course.
To be a little bit on the here's where the camp is. You guys are all the way over here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which is a little hard, and I can show you guys later. And
I'm gonna
you
get-
can almost look at the map. You totally can. It's always here and available.
Since I'm still stealth, I'm going to get my bow and arrow because I should be able to. How far can I shoot a bow, anyways?
What bow is it?
Depends on what
What
type of
bow is it?
It's
Longbow, short
Longbow.
bow. Longbow is. I want to say.
I don't have the stats here.
I want to say 80.
Uh,
No,
it's-
that's short bow.
Look it up in the player sample. It'll be in the I think the. third
If
chapter.
it's the same as
You-
cow,
it's-
it's 150.
It's probably not the same as Caravel's because Caravel is a special bow.
Yeah,
Because there's
but
a special
the
point.
the max for advantage or normal
I
roll
believe
is
you-
150, and then the disadvantage is up to 500.
I think it's like 300. I'm not sure. You would have to look that up.
Yeah.
They're currently
What is it again?
Longbow.
longbow.
About chapter 5.
Range 150, and then it's slash
So-
600.
So right now there are
Questioning my bow knowledge.
yeah you were 100. And you can attack, but it's with a disadvantage. They're
Oh,
they're
because
up-
then how
they're
long?
200 feet away.
200. Yeah, that's a disadvantage. So roll to take the lower number.
Take the lower number. Yeah, I'm going to. Because I got to aim for so long. So, yeah, I'm going to take a shot at the nearest dog.
Okay.
And so that's
Oh,
30
that's
20.
actually pretty good.
20 hits. Roll me damage.
Okay, that's 1d8 plus 4. That's 8. And was that the one that took damage already?
For the sake of it, sure.
So that also enables whatchamacallit strike, colossal strike, doesn't it? Or does that have to be with a
What does Colossal Strike say?
melee weapon? Let me double check this real quick.
Colossal Strike will be with Rangers, so go to your class.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to get to right now.
It's closer to the beginning of the book. Right now we're.
Oh, okay. Here it is, right here.
There you go. There you go.
There's just
Is
a
that your
little
book?
Oh,
You should
also
hold
it's
it.
11:05.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
Yeah.
that's good to know, actually. Oh, yeah, colossal strike is.
As you
bookmarks.
definitely shoot the arrow
Oh, no, I
and
did
it
that.
hits. I just need to know Colossal Strike does damage
So no, I
because
did
if
that.
it
It
did,
felt cool.
it might be bloody now. It's on the tip of bloody.
In memory.
Yeah, with a weapon attack.
Okay, cool. All right,
Take
so
1d8 of damage.
roll me d8 if you get above a 4. It's
Yeah, it's a 5.
5. Okay, so it is bloody. All right, definitely. As you good heart strike at it, what do you do? As it keep running, as you see from your position are behind a couple of trees, and maybe about 40 or 50 feet away is that bridge, but they keep going above it and they run into the woods, and you see Orcdeath chasing them. The eagles start following too. Again, 200 feet away. If they're continuing this path, what is the other party doing? As you don't see two of the dwarves, the eagles. What's everyone doing?
Oh, are we gonna go after them?
Well, you don't know that they're running.
Oh.
Only someone knows, and that person is stealthing.
Oria is going to inspect, I guess, the body that they were.
You
Yeah.
need to continue moving forward to do that.
We're
Oh,
gonna
so
keep
it's-
moving
so it's
forward
another-
to
okay.
that.
Yeah, like you still need. You haven't. They saw it and reported back to you that ahead are some dogs eating something, It looks like a male,
Okay.
a human male.
But then they just like charged in there.
The eagles
Yeah.
and Mumrock charged in there,
Okay.
and our dwarf buddy
It's-
Orcdeath charged as Paladin. Orcdeath and the eagles charged in there because you commanded the eagles to protect them.
Yeah.
And he went for it.
I'm gonna yell at Mumrock. Mumrock, get back here.
Mumrock?
No, Mumrock. Orcdeath.
Like,
Yeah,
oh,
Orcdeath. He got me confused. Because I know where the body's at. That's
So,
where I'm going.
so you're going to the body.
Yeah.
You guys hear that? Is anyone else going to?
I'm
do
moving
anything?
forward to the body.
Okay. Is everyone going to the body, or are we in different? The reason why I'm asking is because the map is very specific, and we are in 3 completely different locations. Half the party is about 300 feet away. A small version of the party is 200 feet this way, and one person's in the middle of
Les,
this.
can't you make us go
Like,
faster?
because we don't know, we don't really know that they charged, so
No,
I'm just gonna keep moving forward to that body or something.
Okay.
Has the that's a very, very good point. Thank you, Jeremiah. Has everyone stopped moving to talk to the Dryads, or were you passively talking and walking?
Passively talking and walking,
Okay,
because Oria had one other question to say to them as they were moving forward. When you say Archfey, what do you mean?
Do you know Feys that grant power? Things that are strong enough to change the planes of what is real and what is not. As to move this here. The river goes through. I just didn't grab another piece of river. And for the sake of us, you're hidden here, as no one can technically see you, and the entire party is coming out through here.
With saying that, with them saying it like that, Oria will ask, could you specify a type of creature that could be?
Anything with power, a great fairy, a great satyr, a great
Can move
tree.
closer a little bit.
Things that physically grant abilities and spells. Anything old enough in the Fey Wild can do that.
Yeah.
I mean, I have a specific question,
Okay.
but I don't know. Ori would technically know it.
So, map,
17.
how close are
yeah, 17.
we to the body?
Yeah.
From what I
So-
can see.
Yeah. So the body would be here. It's very kind of tiny and away from everybody. But here's a dead corpse.
That's where I'm going then.
Yeah, everyone. Technically, you would have the advantage to get there first if you wanted to.
Yes.
The river
Okay.
crosses all the way through. And just to point out that all the trees are different colors and the sparkles and the shade effect is going throughout. The bridge isn't long, but the river is coursing very rapidly throughout. As everyone is making their way to it, is that correct? For people
yeah,
that
let's
are
wait.
for people that are in the Aether, is there any
Yes.
questions that you guys have on party is here,
Okay.
river, dead corpse over here? So about
Alright.
10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 feet away from your current position at the moment. And
Okay.
so unless anyone's passive perception is above 21, I believe was what we got on stealth, no one can see our...
Mine is 21.
Then you see him.
No,
I mean,
okay.
he's
No, I got it was a 22.
22.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay. You can smell a dwarf. You just can't. It's somewhere around here.
Yeah, it was like a 22.
As
It's
you
like a
saw the heat dogs run, and you see the party slowly coming through. And what did you get on perception again?
17.
17. Okay. You hear a flapping of wings.
Where's Orcdeath and my eagles in?
Theoretically, they're about 350 feet in this direction.
Okay. Yeah, I'm-
Running after the 3 dogs.
yeah, and I yelled at Orcdeath, and I'm now moving towards the body.
Okay?
So I'm moving towards them.
You're moving to the dirt. Just so we can get a little bit. But yeah, again, that's about 300 feet away. So you heard those noise and you yelled at Orcdeath, and now you're starting to run.
Yeah, and then I'm gonna come out of stealth and be like, I just heard wings, guys. I just heard wings.
Okay, I need everyone to make me dexterity saving throw.
Oh, Lord.
Yes.
Yeah, I would be.
Oh man,
probably,
can I take Caramel's dexterity?
No.
Dirty 20.
Nice.
Alright, I take that.
19 for West. 18 for Oria.
18 passes.
I got le dirty 20.
Alright, as long as it's above 18.
No, mine's a 14.
Okay.
Jesus, I'm sending you a question through Vic's phone because mine just died.
Sure. Send it away.
Nice. Orcdeath got a nat 20.
Orcdeath's not there.
Oh, okay, I didn't have to roll it then?
Mm-mm.
Oh, okay, then,
Oh, dude, he's running over there.
oh, okay.
Some are.
Okay.
I thought she meant everybody. Then,
No.
Are we doing the
Everybody, yeah, but
stuff on our head time?
Oh, shoot. Do I need to roll for the Dryads as well?
Yep.
I don't know what their dex is. Can you pull it?
Then
Oh
I
my
got
god.
nat
I need that.
Big sad.
The
I'm
Dryad.
pretty alive on today.
Nat 20 for one, and then the other got a 13.
Okay, 13 fails. So 18 was the DC. Let me just roll some dices.
oh no.
Well, nat 20 for me then.
Man,
since-
18's really
Some
high.
dice.
Let's roll some dice.
Hey, here's my scarf.
Roll some dice.
Let's roll some dice. Let's talk about that sweet merch that's in the store right now,
Yeah,
guys.
please.
Is this still on the store? Is it still on the store?
Yeah, it's selling sword.
Look, it's Burr, the Rottweiler
Oh,
Wizard. The Burr. I was
Yo,
asking if Burr was still, if the doggos are still in the Burr.
the dice are still in. Doggos are still in the store, and I just now put up the Battle Royale poster that you can get. It's also a t-shirt format if you want it on a shirt. You can
I
get it
need
as a
that.
magnet, you can get it as a sticker,
need
but
it
it's
as a
big
sticker.
old nice poster that you can print out and look beautiful on your wall.
Yes,
So
I
you
need
remember
it.
all the
I need that
we
sticker.
had for the extra life games.
The Battle
So-
Royale sticker. I need it.
If you passed, you're going to take 22 points of necrotic damage.
Goodness.
Oh no.
If you failed,
Oh
22,
no.
he said.
22 points of necrotic.
Reaction.
If you
Okay.
failed, that is 44 points of necrotic damage.
Better forget you.
God, I missed my freaking monk already.
So much.
As since
Yeah, definitely.
the thing that attacked you was stealthing,
Here.
and it was about to attack, it was not uttered or anything. Other than
Double
something
check.
is coming. No reaction was taken
Yeah.
in addition to that from its stealth. It
Goodness me.
got its breath weapon. As you guys see literal flames appear from the ground.
Wait, what happened?
Breath weapon. Breath weapon, he
And
said.
I use my reaction to impose my shield to not take any damage. Shield master.
Wow.
Did you pass?
If it's stealth.
What
Yeah, I
did you-
passed it. I got nat 20.
Okay. That sounds awesome. Let me confirm that Shield Master does.
If
the
it was
words
a
that you said.
reaction.
I would like
Um,
to announce that I am bloody.
Oh yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah.
You take an action.
I passed.
I literally-
If you
You're not allowed to
are
be
incapacitated, you
I
can
would-
add your shield's AC
If I
to
didn't
bonus
pass,
to
I would
dexterity
be
saving throws
bloody.
against.
Yeah.
Okay. If you are subjugated to an effect that allows you to make a dexterity saving throw, and you only take half damage, you can use your reaction to take no damage. That is why shield is cool. So, all right. As you
Is that a
quick-
feat?
Or
It's a
are
feat.
you so
Class.
cool?
I need to
as you grab your shield and quickly, as soon as you
It's like my feet.
smell
Dodge.
not infernal, because that's very specific. The Feyish flame effect. You smell that tobacco and vanilla-ish flavor that we smelled before with the Fey dog, and quickly kind of just grab your shield. And as soon as you just see of a cone of pure shadow. And at the same time as a head is rising above the ground, as almost as if it's coming literally out of a shadow itself, a big obscure shadow that is within the tree that was kind of being disguised as part of the shading from the tree, and you see a massive claw start to materialize. and a secondary claw.
Oh.
A huge tail round.
Oh.
These horns curled inwardly. These dark purple eyes as flames and shadows start to be around, almost like if this dragon is literally in flames.
My God. Don't like that.
As you guys are in
Is
front
it this?
of
Oh no, it's
a
not that. Okay, I thought
red
it's-
shadow dragon.
Okay, it's good. I thought it was that big.
Yeah.
Shadow dragons.
Wait, that again? Aren't we done with that dragon?
My
So-
eagle, I'm calling my eagles back ASAP, and to basically
if you
How
can
do
hear them.
How can you communicate with your eagles that far?
Yeah, they're
Well,
very,
Or
look,
is it
very,
telepathically,
very
or are you
far.
yelling at them?
can I contact
I
them
don't
telepathically?
know if it's
Read
telepathic.
the spell.
I don't know.
Like, I don't want
I
to.
think I can.
I was reading your spell. All I said was that they know common. That's it.
Read
I
the
don't
spell
think-
specifically and see how well they can communicate. With
I thought it
this-
was this guy.
I mean, it is. I mean, it is kind of that guy. It's a smaller version of that guy, completely engulfed in shadows. So,
Nope.
for a more visual, here is one of them.
That looks like a Fey dragon.
Yeah.
What's that behind your
Can
hand?
we see?
Yeah. Hey Vic, don't you have the monster manual?
No, but I can. Oh, it's all good. Use your imagination. The page is
Yeah.
closed.
That's
Out. I love it. Oh wow! Look at all that fun inspiration on there.
Good thing that is tiny enough that you can't read. So,
Well, I did yell the orc.
I need
death to-
everyone to roll me initiative.
I did yell the orc death to come back, so hopefully he heard
You
me.
did. Roll me Constitution.
Huh?
Not like
Roll me
DMS.
con.
A con?
Just see how loud your voice is. And I'm gonna.
Oh
miss
no.
cow.
Wait, actually, that's kind of good.
7 plus. Where's my freaking character sheet? It's hard to play.
I think my
with-
initiative actually went
Already
up
the
if
slide
I
on
had
Dryad.
not
It's a 9.
Dead.
9.
Yeah.
Well,
Okay.
they went back to the Fey Wild, so.
You don't see that they do. Okay, with
I miss cow.
due
I
to
did
the
too.
sensitivity
I
of
mean,
tonight's
shit.
episode specifically, we're going to take initiative
And then just remember it or something,
and
or write it
we're
down.
going to pick this up at a very
week.
big cliffhanger next
Uh-huh.
Friday.
No, not next Friday.
2 Fridays from now. Yeah.
Maybe.
So, what did? Fuck you. Of course you did. 20 plus. What do you get, guys?
Not me.
19, 21, okay. 23.
20. Did you get about 23?
22.
Okay.
Just for
So,
funsies.
for next game,
Kind of like an afraid
Wait,
one.
you gotta go
I'm
that
just
way. I
gonna
go this
heal
way like this
myself.
sec.
Laz. Then we have Mumrock.
I'm literally just gonna heal myself.
Like cow.
Did anyone get a
26.
19?
I got a 21.
Okay.
So it's me and then him and then him.
Okay.
No, yeah, me,
That's
yeah, her,
Mumrock?
me, and
Ariell.
then Ariel's third.
No one got a 19. Then we got.
Cow had a 26.
Wes got 18, if that matters.
Then we have a Shadow Dragon.
Shadow Dragon.
Then we have West. 15 up.
Oh, god damn it.
Put Shadow Homie.
15 up.
Hey guys,
Yeah,
I'm not going to be here when y'all fight this thing.
I have PTSD suddenly.
That's
Oh.
that's funny. Um.
321, not it.
Okay.
Not
No.
going Ariel this
No.
time.
I
Well.
pull out my hourglass. Oh, look at the time.
So, no,
God
sorry.
damn it.
1 second before we get to that. 15 up. 10 up.
Me.
Wait.
14.
Oria got a 13.
Okay.
Oh, the Rognarv.
Rog. Oria.
Oria.
1, 2. That's
Man,
yeah.
I just wanna go.
Last Mumrock,
before
Ariel, Shadow
West.
Dragon, West, Rog,
Last
Oria.
Mumrock, Ariel, Shadow, West, Rognarv, and Oria.
Yeah.
What about What
Oria
about
got
that
a
guy?
13, and
Is he-
then
is he on the
the
initiative?
Dryad got a 10.
The Dryad's gonna go after you for purposes of convenience, and Orcdeath is currently chasing 3 dogs.
Okay.
So Orcdeath, the Eagles, because they're still out and they're still going to be attacking, they are on a separate fight versus 3 eat dogs.
Good thing I got the Eagles protecting him.
And
How's the initiative on that? Orcdeath first?
Orcdeath, Eagles, and then the Eat Dogs. But all that's gonna get erased. Don't worry about it.
I'm gonna take a picture.
Okay, cool. Yeah. Okay.
If so, that
Yeah. I mean, it's every extra bit helps. With that, as soon as Ariell takes the full blast
3
of the thing, and you see him. By the way, if you have your shield out, you cannot have your glaive because glaive is two-handed.
Oh.
So keep track of that. As you take off your quarterstaff, and everyone hears a slight bit of the opening note of a trumpet. And Ariell, you quickly look underneath, and all the sand in your hourglass has risen to the top. And you guys just see a beam hit, and with the next second, Ariel's completely gone.
Ah!
And with that,
Is he
we
What?
will-
As it's happening,
He's back.
Ariel's like, no, not right now.
Good thing I have a
Yeet.
backup character.
And as that
'Cause we're
happens,
gonna die.
Nope.
Taylor said, yeah, yeet.
we'll pick this up in 2 weeks,
Oh.
guys.
Oh, that's a dragon.
Was that because next week?
Next week, I'm gonna be literally
Oh my God, we're
driving
so
from
excited.
Orlando here, and we'll make it in time to be late for the game.
Well, no, because in 2 weeks
You have
isn't
spell
that
that you can
Thanksgiving
fly.
weekend?
I'm not sure.
So
We'll
Why?
look it up.
Yeah.
We'll figure
You're a
that out.
dwarf. Why do you need to fly?
Yeah.
If not, then someone needs to pilot your
No,
character.
it's not Thanksgiving weekend. Thanksgiving weekend's the week after.
He's very
Okay.
slow.
okay, so yeah, I'll be able to make that one. I'll
Alright,
go
so
by the
I
Star
need-
Dragon.
You need
Okay.
the extra.
Well, guys, it's been fun.
Oh, can I
Hopefully
do
y'all survive.
anything before we...
Nope.
Oh, no
Because
reaction?
initiative has started.
Darn it. Oh, well, I totally forgot to do it, but oh well. I'll
Well, it's
do
really
it
nice
next
knowing
time.
Orcdeath.
Okay, guys. So we'll see you next
Well,
time.
because it's really gonna suck for me because
Okay.
I'm about to unsummon my creatures.
Back to heaven.
Oh,
Yeah.
my chips.
All right. Adios, everybody.
Bye bye.